Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope that you are well. Hope that you are doing good. I chronicled just a little bit of the Math Success Academy that I was a part of for the past 2 weeks. It is a class that is designed for people who need extra help in math and who need a refresher. One of the draws to the Academy, first of all, is that it is free. You attend for free. It is very intense. It is extremely intense. You go over a lot of material. There are 2 in-person days on campus, and then there is 1 online day via Zoom per week for the past 2 weeks. But in addition to that, you have to do at least four extra hours of practice homework in a system that they use. On top of that, you have other smaller assignments to do as well. If you've been out of school for as long as I have, I've been out of school well over 30 years, you guys. And so math, there were just a lot of things that I did not remember. And so when I took the assessment, it was going to have me taking a math class that was not going to count towards my requirement. So although I would have to pay, full price for the class, it was not going to be anything that was going to help me towards my degree. So this class is designed to give you an opportunity to, at best case scenario, to test out of the class that you were scheduled to take that you would have had to pay for that would not count. And so I am actually headed over to the campus today. We are having our final assessment today. To say that I'm nervous would be an understatement. The very first day, there were some things that we went over and they came back to my memory. I remembered them well. So by the end of the class, even though I went in nervous and, kind of had some anxiety and some trepidation, by the end of that class, I was like, oh, this is in the bag. However, when we returned the following day and all subsequent days, it went left real fast. And there were a lot of things that either I did not remember, that I don't remember doing at all when I was in school. And so, and like I said, there is a lot of material that is covered that you will be tested on in a very short period of time. So mostly math is formulas. So if you have a hard time remembering what the formulas are, you will have a hard time. You can't solve the problems. And so that was something that I consistently ran into, not being able to figure out the problems independent of the notes. And so there were some tears shed. I'm just going to be honest. Because it just felt like it wasn't clicking. I just felt like I just wasn't getting it. Certain things I was, but certain things were just. So I am headed to take the final assessment today to determine if the way that they explain it is that there are a lot of things they take into account when they determine whether you will be able to skip a class or not. So it isn't just the test score. So I'm assuming it also includes what some of our homework assignments are, not all of which were strictly math problems, right? So I'm not sure what all the metrics are. It was kind of vague, not 100% clear. I'm not 100% sure how they will determine if you get to skip a class or not. But I'm headed over. I got a good night's sleep. I ate a really good breakfast. I worked on some problems yesterday. Then I took a break from it. I got up super early this morning, worked on some problems again, and then laid back down, just relax my mind, just pray, get into worship. And we're going to see what happens. And at the end of the day, I always say at best case scenario, I want to obviously pass the assessment. I want to be able to skip the class that I'm supposed to start in a couple of weeks and go to a math class that's going to count towards my requirement. And I would also like to win one of the scholarships or wonderful prizes, if possible. That is the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, if I do not end up able to skip a class, because I'm trying to be, just think a glass half full, right? And trying to be positive about the experience no matter what. And so, if I don't do well enough to be able to skip this class, what I understand is that this has definitely given me a head start going into the class I'm going to take. It's refreshed me on quite a bit, taught me quite a bit. And so I will feel much more prepared going into whatever class I have to take. Right. So it's a win-win. It was very helpful. It was very enjoyable. They fed us really well. The whole time. I probably picked up 10 pounds while I was going. But so I'm trying to look at it as a win-win. Either way, it helped me. Either way it goes. But I'm headed there now. And I guess after this clip, you will see what ended up happening. All right. Stay tuned for the next one. So you guys, I am back. And as you can see, it is pouring rain. It is crazy outside. It is, I believe it is like 1:30. So our test started at 10:30. So I got there a few minutes early to just kind of get settled in. And I hope y'all can hear me over this rain. I wanted to go ahead and just do this video before I went in the house. Because once I go in, it is chill mode. Because it has been stressed the past few days. So anyway, I did pass my assessment. I did much better than the first time around that I took the assessment, which is what got me landed in this academy anyway. By choice, you don't have to join it, but it helps you. You really have nothing to lose. So I was able to, with the score that I received, I will be able to test out of at least one of those refresher classes. So the class I was scheduled to take, I will not have to take that. I will be able to take the one above it that may still be a refresher. I'm meeting with an advisor. All I know is that the class I was going to take, I don't have to now. But also, you guys, we all got our certificate that we completed the academy. We all got a t-shirt, BCTC Success and Retention t-shirt. Also, I won a Texas Instrument calculator, which is going to come in so good because my classes start in a couple. My class starts in a couple of weeks, and I was going to go out and buy one. However, I won one, so I don't have to do that. Also, y'all, I won not one. They only gave away one large scholarship, which I believe was like $600. And the person who won definitely deserved to win. But I did receive a scholarship. I received a $250 scholarship towards my class that I'm about to take for scoring a 90% or above. And that's combined with our online work, our meetings, our homework, our participation, are working in the ALEC system, all of that. In addition, it was also in regards to those students who made an impact on their professors through our interactions that made us memorable to our professors. So I was one of the ones who received that, a $250 scholarship. So all in all, it is going crazy outside, but y'all, I am I am so glad that that is over with. But more than that, I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I did it. It was not easy. The past couple of weeks were busy. Week before last, our church was in convention, and I was doing longer days at work to compensate for the 2 full days that I was on campus. So I was working longer days at work than I normally do. Then I was on campus 2 days a week, all day. And then 1 day a week, I would take both my computers to work, my work laptop and my personal laptop. And so when it came time for the Zoom class that lasted about 2 hours, I would just close my door, switch computers, do my school stuff, and then log off and then go back to working. And then in those evenings, I was not able to log the 4 hours of required math practice because our church had convention. And then there was another event right before that. Then we were in the studio a day before that. On Monday, we had a different thing on Tuesday. And listen, it was so busy. So I was trying to get up. I already wake up super early in the morning, but I was getting up even earlier to try to get my math practice in, or I was doing it late at night, or I was doing it on my lunch break at work. It was a lot, and I'm tired. I am so glad it's over, but I'm glad that I did it. It was so worth it. It was so worth it. And like I said, we ate good. I don't know if I told y'all, like one day we had Chinese, one day we had Fazoli's, today we had Chick-fil-A, one day we had pizza, one day we had Publix subs, and they provided like just donuts and different pastries and juice or fruit in the morning for the morning time, and they would feed us lunch as well. I met a lot of new people. I would recommend anyone, if you have an opportunity to if this comes up and it's something that you're able to do just to kind of help you along, you really can't lose. You can't lose. And like I said, even if I didn't get any of this, the experience alone, the practice alone, the refresher alone, the head start alone would have totally been worth it. But anyway, that was Math Academy for the past 2 weeks. I am done. I got a couple of week break and I'll be studying a math book. I went and got a Math for Dummies book. I sure did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because I'm going to continue studying before my math class starts in a couple of weeks. So anyway, I pray that you all have a wonderful day. That was just my update. And I don't even know. I hope y'all can hear me because this rain is really loud. So I can't really tell. But anyway, you all have a wonderful, wonderful, what is today? Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week, y'all. Peace.